Hey, you guys, Desmond here,
And LaCresha.
and welcome to take two of our Canada's Drag Race Season 4, Episode 7, the Brooklyn Heights Rusical.
We
Take two.
literally got 2/3 of the way
Like, we
through.
were almost done, and I realized my mic was off. So
That
you,
one will be up on the Patreon.
so you can hear her, but you cannot hear me. And I'm over there like, and she's like, and oh, this is what I think. And I'm like, and I was sitting there because I was getting ready to mute my mic because I needed to cough. And when I looked over, I'm like, wait, my mic's already muted. And I'm like, please tell me it has been muted the whole time. And it was. Very much so.
Whole
So,
episode.
take two, Canada's Drag Race. Before we get into it, I want to remind everyone to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We are so close to our goal of 500 subscribers. So please subscribe to the channel today. And then we can go to our next goal of 1,000. So we can start making a little change. A little change, you know?
Just a little bit.
Just a little change.
You know,
That's all we want. Just a little change.
look, we can split them pennies
Like, that's all. We can use it to invest whatever. Just help us get
back
there.
into the channel.
Because that's what I plan on doing. So help.
Get a better setup.
Help. And all you simply have to do is hit that like button and, more importantly, subscribe to the channel. So,
Even
let's
if a
get
better
into this
setup means
gig.
I get a better apartment.
So let's get into this gig. See, I didn't even have it on the right screen. But then again, we're good. Let's just go with it. So, we have the beginning where we were saying goodbye to Kitten and Amy Yonsei Chanel. They read
Yep.
their messages, they wipe it down, they sit down, they're happy they're the top 6, they congratulate Near Enough for her win, and they remind Denim that she does not have one. So,
Shit.
and I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, either one or two things is going to happen. She's either going to win this week or she's going home. And I was almost right.
Almost.
Almost. So we come in. I love this pile that they made here. It's so funny. We come in the next day in the workroom. They sit down. The alarm goes off. And RuPaul gives this week's room mail. Brooklyn Heights enters the workroom and announces they're doing a mini challenge. Just a tip. Where they have to give advice from a late night advice to people about sex and relationship. And on top of that, they have to read a teleprompter. Now, me personally, I think I would be good at reading the teleprompter. It's just those little improv bits. I'll be like,
Grandma always said,
sex is kind, sex is smart, sex is important.
sex is like a box of condoms. You never know what size you're gonna get.
Maybe because I was reading along with them. I'm like, oh yeah, I got this, and then it'll say insert, and I'm like, oh, and Shaban, however you say that name,
Sobian.
Sobian. Is that how you say it? It's on Kiki Co's
No,
screenshot.
that's how it's spelled. Is Sobian, but it's Siobhan.
Siobhan. Okay, I thought when I looked at it, I'm like, is that Siobhan? Am I tripping?
No, it's French.
So I was right. It was Siobhan. Look at me.
Yeah, it's just spelled. It just looks like it says Sobian.
But I think they should incorporate some sort of reading a teleprompter into all of the franchises. I just think it's something fun because I really did enjoy this mini challenge. It's been one of my favorites of this season. So we find out that the winner of this week's mini challenge is Venus. Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
I agree as well. She did the best. And then Brooklyn announces that this week they will be doing a Rusical based on the life of yours truly, Brooklyn Heights.
Yes.
And they get to assign the roles themselves, which really threw me off because I thought, why not just have Venus do it? She won the challenge.
Right.
But hey, they thought they were going to get some drama. They didn't.
No.
There was 3 people who did want the same role. So they did a quick little audition. And Melinda Verga ate them up. She said, this is serious to me. I am getting up. I am giving you kicks. I am giving you the ooh-ah-ah sensation, okay?
At least somebody did some kicks.
Because the other, Nira was sitting down, and then Denim just stood up. That's it.
Mm.
But yeah, honestly, Melinda has made this season for me. Like, I love Melinda. Hopefully, she'll be at DragCon because I will be in her line to say hi to Melinda. But yes, so they get to the rehearsal with Hollywood Jade, and I believe his assistant's name was Jesse. I want to say it was, or Jackie, or someone with a J. They go through the rehearsals, and now it's time to get to the main stage. So, I believe we talked about this in the first take, but I truly believe this is the first time the host walked down the runway.
That's something that wasn't
to CoverGirl. Now, I stated before, I don't remember if Thailand did or not. It's been so long since I've watched Thailand. Mm-hmm. But to my memory, I believe that this is the first time the host has walked out to a song that was not CoverGirl by RuPaul.
Mm.
So what did we think of Miss Brooklyn Heights here?
She looks like a little Barbie doll.
She is gorgeous. And talking about CoverGirl, looks like she's going to be on the cover of some wedding magazine. Like, that's how good she looks. And that wig.
Yes, that wig is everything.
That wig is wigging the way that wigs should wig. And it just...
it's a good wig when it looks like scalp.
Like, that, it's just so good. It's so good.
She got that HD lace money now.
Like, this is good. This is good. So this week we are joined by Brad and Tracy and our special guest judge from the Real Housewives of New York City. We have Luann Delibes. I believe I'm saying her name wrong.
Luann Delibes.
Yes. And she was fine. I liked her as a guest judge.
Right. I said this in the first take that I recognized her from Real Housewives of New York.
Is she Canadian?
Huh?
Is she Canadian?
Her husband is.
No, she's American.
Yeah, her husband is.
Let's see.
Her husband was some kind of like offshoot royal something. French Canadian.
He's a French entrepreneur, a pioneer in microfinancing in developing countries. He serves as the president of Pandal Investment Holdings of Hong Kong. Okay, where was he born? Oh, he was born in Paris. Okay. Oh.
Yes, in Paris, France.
But yeah, she was a really good time. I enjoyed her. So,
but New York is so close to like.
Oh yeah, because Lemon was already living in New York at the time she went to go do Canada season 1.
Exactly.
So I feel like the way that's set up, it could be a queen here in Texas. If they're from Canada, they should be able to qualify to go up there and do Canada's Drag Race if they so choose. So what did we think of From Drags to Riches, the unauthorized biography of Brooklyn Heights, the Rusical?
The Rusical.
What did we think?
It had its high points. It had a lot of low points.
Something that I mentioned in the previous take was, I wish there was more backup dancers.
Yes.
And you needed more than the 2. And also, I wish there was some sort of props on the stage.
Yeah.
Like, it was just
something to let you know, like, what point in time you were, other than just the
only time I thought it was okay not to have prompts was Near Enough because she was representing Drag Race Brooklyn. So, okay, yeah, we're on a Drag Race main stage. There's no need to add anything here.
Exactly.
Yeah, so hopefully for season 5, the production is better for these Rusicals, because I believe that was our same thing for season 3's Rusical. I remember we need a vacation. I remember that.
I think the only reason why they didn't have the props on the stage was because the transitions from each stage of Brooklyn's life, they weren't they were happening like at the same time, like concurrently. So like when one would transition off, the other one would transition on
But see, that would
instead
also
of
be the benefit of having more background dancers because they could bring the prompts up so that they can
right.
still transition. Because I see what you're saying there, and I'm like, I
Hmm.
think having more backup dancers would have benefit because they could bring it up, or they could focus the camera on where they are, and behind them they're actually setting up the next scene,
Right.
so that we see it as effortlessly, but they see how the
Right.
sausage is made.
Yeah. I mean, there are a couple of different behind the scenes things they've done like that, like House on Haunted Hill on Netflix.
All right, so let's begin with Melinda Verga, who got the song "I Don't Know What I'll Be Famous For Yet." I thought
Mhm.
Melinda did great here. I was really
Yeah.
shocked that she was not in the top this week. You could
Mhm.
tell she was having fun. She knew the choreography. She played with the background dancers well. I thought it was great. What did you think?
Right. It was like an adult little orphan Annie with blonde hair and blue pom
And I
poms.
just love how the oldest queen was playing the youngest Brooklyn.
Exactly.
I enjoyed that. Moving on to Aurora Matrix. I'll let you go first on this one. What did you think of Aurora?
I thought she did pretty well. I mean, she's not a professional dancer, or at least not a professional ballet dancer. So she did what she could with what she had.
Yeah, the first half of her performance, I'm just going to be honest, I didn't care for it. But I
Hmm.
know it's not really her fault because
It's
it's
not a professional
ballet and she
dancer.
doesn't know ballet. But at the same time, she did choose that role. And it said in the prompt that this has the hardest choreography.
Right.
So, although, yeah, you're not a trained ballet dancer, you still knew that going into it, you were finna have the hardest choreography. So, like, I don't blame her. I just, I don't blame her for that first half of the performance, but I do put that in perspective when I'm looking at this. I'm like, well, yeah, she's not a ballet dancer, but at the same time, she picked this role knowing she was going
Hmm.
to have to. Moving onwards to Kiki Ko doing "Do You Want More" show. This was the time in the life of Brooklyn when they decided to become a drag queen. So, what
Yes.
did you think of Kiki Ko's performance?
It was clunky, to say the
Yeah,
least.
yeah.
It was just very laborious.
Like she was trying. Like
Right.
her face was on point. It was just the rest of the body wasn't catching up.
Exactly.
If you were just looking at the face, baby, she was eating. It was just the
Mm-hmm.
arms and the legs. Oh, those legs, honey.
Ooh, those
And I said
legs.
this, in the last take, and we're gonna keep referencing to that last take because I'm mad we had to start over. Um, I seeing this role, I just couldn't stop thinking about, oh, Kitten would have ate this up.
Right.
Kitten Caboodle would have came out here and wore these girls out to this part. She
Mm-hmm.
really would have. She really would have.
She gave you every flip and dip and kick you would want it.
Yeah. So moving on to
Mm.
Near Enough, I'm gonna let you go first. What did you think of Near Enough's performance?
Um. Well, again, referencing the last take, you know, I liked it for what it was supposed to be, which was the drag race, lip sync for your life choreography. I thought it referenced it pretty dang decently, honestly. And it was not fair for them to sit here and be like, oh, it's the same choreography we saw last week. Okay, well, that last week it was, a reference to you. So, of course, the most natural thing to do is to do something iconic like your lip sync choreography.
And it's not
Why are you
even
gonna
that. The part that gets me is Hollywood Jade choreographed the whole thing. You're
exactly?
punishing
And why are you
her
gonna hold that
for
against her?
doing what she was told to do.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, oh, well, we saw this 2 weeks in a row, honey. What do you. I thought she did
That
the
doesn't
best.
necessarily mean that that was her whole bag of tricks. That just means that, oh, this choreography fit this scenario, so this is what we did.
Yeah, and personally, I thought she was going to win this week, so that threw me off when they were doing their little deliberation and was saying that. I'm like, really, Brooklyn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So
They
up
would have
next
made
we
sense
have
to me.
Venus giving Madame Butterface lament. Um, I don't think it's her fault,
Mm-mm.
but I didn't care for this. I think it was more of the song and the fact that she
Right.
was limited so much on what she could do.
Right. Because, she seemed like they were like, oh, she held back so much. And that, well, yeah, because that's what choreographer told her to do. I mean, she could emote, but there's only so much emotion that you can give when your mouth is stuck open like this. Ah.
Yeah, there's only so much, and if she wouldn't have done that and lip synced it regular, but like, oh, well, we didn't believe you were an opera singer.
Exactly. We didn't believe you were an opera singer. We didn't get your emotions. This is that and the other. So it's like
Damned if you do, damned
going
if you don't.
exactly, and you got to go back in time to the smizing of the Tyra Banks era. There's only so much smizing you can do before you're like, okay, well, where's the rest of your emotion coming from? If I'm up there and I'm on the stage and I'm an opera singer, yeah, sure, a lot of them can stand in one spot and they can sing, but they still, some of them, you express using their hands. They, and you know, come on, let her use her body.
Yep. And then I thought it was funny that they used this little Evie Oddly pop up here. They put that mask on that guy. I think it would have been
Hmm.
even cooler if they would have got Evie, flown Evie up there and be like, hey, can you do this one little spot to gag Brooklyn? I think that would have been funny if they were able to pull that off.
Oh my gosh! But then they would have had to pay Evie, and I'm pretty sure Evie's price went up.
Oh, yeah, I know it is up, okay? So our final one is Denim, who is the self-proclaimed Queen of the North. Um, First of all, Denim is stunning here.
Right, because she looked just dead on Brooklyn.
Oh, and before we continue, I said this in the last one. I need to say this now. I've been seeing a lot of people online making fun of Denim's voice and saying it's annoying and that Denim should go home because their voice is annoying. Shut up
You
with
don't
that
go home
shit.
just because your voice is annoying. My
Stop
voice
that.
is annoying.
Stop that. That vocal fry is something they can't control. Quit.
Exactly. I mean, when you're transitioning male to female, that's what's going to happen to your voice. And even if it has nothing to do with their transition, that's just their voice. They have a small voice box. Like not everybody's going to have like a wide voice box where they can go like 5 octaves deeper.
Yeah, because I enjoy the vocal fry, so y'all quit that shit. It's
Look, if
ugly.
y'all didn't have a problem with Michael Jackson doing it, you're not going to have a problem with Denim doing it.
Come on. Now, back to Denim's performance. I thought Denim was doing okay until she got with the rest of the girls.
Right.
They swallowed her up.
It ate
And for her to be doing the
completely.
lead vocal, you couldn't tell that once everyone got on the stage.
Yep, because she kind of got lost. It was like even the light lost her.
Hmm. But overall, uh, I wish they could invest more into their musicals. Hopefully, the budget's a
Mm.
little bigger for season 5.
Hey.
Excuse
Well,
me.
it took them like 2 years to get Queens for season 2, so
Well, COVID has something to do with that as well.
yeah.
But yes, I thought this was a good musical. So I was right. The category this week is always a bridesmaid.
Chestnuts roast.
Ignore that. Matter of fact, I'll answer it. Hold on. So what would Roxy St. James do with always a bridesmaid?
I would probably do some weird take on 27 dresses. Whether that be me layering several different kinds of dresses and ending with like the bikini beach one, the Barbie beach one with the bright pink dress and trying to hold it down and waddling up the the runway and waddling back trying to hold it down. But that probably would be my idea.
For me, I would have made a reference to Reba. If y'all remember when Barbara Jean and Brock got married, those bridesmaids dresses that Barbara Jean picked out were
Hmm.
horrible. So I want an ugly bridesmaid's dress. I want to come out pouting like, oh, look what she got me in. Stuff along that line. So let's get into it. Up first, we have Melinda Verga. What did you think of Melinda's look here?
I wasn't a fan.
Hmm.
And then I had a problem with the makeup.
But Melinda's makeup has been a constant struggle.
Yes,
I
very much
personally
so.
don't mind it with this outfit.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy the dress. I like this look. I like it.
Yeah. The makeup was probably like my biggest thing because there's like a lack of a color match. I know she had on more blush, which goes with the dress. But I guess the mismatch makeup kind of works with this, but she's had really bad makeup all season long.
Moving on to Aurora Matrix. I actually enjoyed this look. I
Mhm.
got the concept of it. I just wish she would have took the makeup on the face and brought it down to at least to the parts of her body that we can see.
Mhm.
Because I feel like it takes you out of the illusion of the zombie or the dead bridesmaid, whichever
Mhm.
one she was supposed to be. Uh, but yeah.
I I think we kind of got that wrong though, because now I'm looking at the makeup a little bit better,
Hmm.
and it doesn't look like there's white paint. It looks like really like crystalline highlighter that she just kind of put dead center of her face
Oh no,
to
you can
make it
also
look
see it on the cheeks and the forehead. I believe she used something that's like
gaunt.
one or two skin tones lighter than her. And I just wish she would have brought that down. Whatever she did here, I just wish she brought it down.
I know one thing I do know. She used that teal eyeshadow out, man, because it's deep on the eyes and not blended very well. And then she used it as her bronzer on her temples and her cheekbones, and then for lips and highlighter on her nose.
Moving on to Kiki Ko. What did you think of Kiki Ko's look?
I love this look.
Very
It was
much so.
probably like one of my favorites because one, she looks like a pretty little flower. And then two, like it all just kind of works together, other than that one like random sleeve. But I get the joke as like, she's the bridesmaid for somebody in her senior community who never got married before, is getting married for the first time and is like, oh, I think that dress is really cute.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this. I love the color combination. I love how it fades into the whiter color. Like it all works for me.
Mm, I mean, and it gives bridesmaid instead of bride.
Yeah. Up next is Near
I
Enough. I enjoyed this look. I thought this was so cute, so much fun. It gets an A from me. What did you think of this look?
this is like quintessential like late 70s, early 80s bridesmaid dress with the hat. The hat needs to be like maybe 2 inches bigger to
Yeah, I was
give
thinking the same thing. I'm like, the hat needs to be a little bigger.
70s, and the parasol should have been like a full parasol instead of this toy parasol she's giving.
Yeah.
But other than that, like the color is on point, the hoop skirt is on point. The hair is like my favorite part because she's got that short Diana Ross, not Diana Ross, but Princess Diana Farrah Fawcett feather look.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
So moving onwards to Venus. What did you think of Venus's look?
This was very what is the word I'm looking for? Couture.
Mm-hmm.
Very there's another word I'm looking for and I can't think of it right now. And I've had plenty of time to think
Well,
about it
I have
since,
a few words for this.
we've recorded this twice.
This is where we stopped last time, right here. Um, I like this,
Mm-hmm.
but
I was like, however.
however, comma, this is not the category. This does not give bridesmaid.
Well, she said she wasn't the bridesmaid. She said she was the bouquet.
The category is always a bridesmaid.
You
The
know,
category
everybody
is
has
not
their unique
bouquet.
take on it.
No, no, no. There's no
No,
unique
no.
take on that. The unique take is what Nia did. She did something a little bit older.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the category is
Always a bridesmaid.
always a bridesmaid, not always a bouquet. I'm just saying it's not the category. To
Okay.
me, it's not the category, and but that aside, it is stunning. I agree. This is
Right.
beautiful. I enjoy it. It's just not the category.
Hmm.
It looks good, but no. Now, if this was category was wedding party, okay, this would have been like a cute way to get outside the lines. I'm like, okay, the bouquet, okay, haha, that's cute. No, it's a no. Personally, I like it, but for this category, it's a boot. You're not
Okay.
following the category. Up next is denim. I'll go first with this one. Same critique for Venus. This is stunning. This is not the critique. I mean, this is not the
Not the
prompt.
category.
It's not the prompt. It's not the category. This does not give bridesmaid.
No, it
Especially
doesn't.
with the story she was giving. He's like, oh, these are all the ex-fiancés. And I'm like, oh, so is she the bride here? Like, does she look stunning? Yes. And this is a different silhouette that we've seen from denim. So I want to give, a round of applause for that as well.
Right.
But it's not the category.
Right.
Bridesmaid.
Right.
What did you think?
This was not giving what it needed to be given. I'm assuming denim is a drag clown because that's
I
a lot
believe
of
denim is somewhat of a drag clown. I don't think denim
because
falls on that line.
that's what she gives is drag clown. And as a drag clown, this is gorgeous. If I'm not answering you,
Do I need to pause real quick?
my mom keeps freaking calling me. I will call you back. Let me call you back. If I didn't pick up the first time, I don't think she's gonna answer because she's not gonna try to call back. I'll call her back later. You can cut that.
Okay. But we have our 6 queens here. Who had your favorite look this week?
Mm. Um, it is between Luna.
Luna's been gone.
No, not Luna. What is this woman's name in the red? And not in the red, but in the red and white.
Kiki.
Kiki. I don't know where I got Luna from.
Luna was
I'm
a queen that
tired.
went home a few weeks ago.
I know. Very well aware of that because I was mad.
So would you say Kiki is your favorite look?
Yes.
I would too. I zoomed in on Kiki just waiting for you to say it because I knew you were going to say it. But yeah, Kiki's my favorite too. So this week in the top, we had Venus, we had Near Enough, and Aurora Matrix. Online it says Melinda's safe, and then the bottom 2 was Kiki and Denim. Do you agree with the tops and bottoms this week?
In as far as performance is concerned, yeah.
I have
I
a
agree
few
with the bottoms.
changes. I
Okay.
would have Melinda Verga in the top.
Uh-huh.
Venus would have gotten. I feel like there would have been only two highs. It would have been Near Enough, and it would have been Melinda.
Mm-hmm.
Venus would have been safe. No,
Okay.
yeah, Venus would have been safe. Aurora would have got a low placement here because I'm sorry. It wasn't giving. It was giving, but it wasn't. And if you're going to step into that big role, you need to step into it. And then I do agree with the bottom two of Kiki and Denim. But we find out that Aurora Matrix is this week's winner. Do you agree with that?
Not really.
Not really. Not really at all. I really thought Near Enough was going to win it.
Yeah.
I really did. This was a shocker. Honestly, I was shocked once they started praising the performance. I'm like, did I watch the same musical? Nah, I must have been tripping. No. And then rewatching it to get screenshots. No, I wasn't tripping. Wasn't tripping at all. And we find out that the bottom two is Kikiko and Denim. They lip sync to 7 Day Fool by Julie Black. What do you think? What do you think of this lip sync?
I watched it twice.
Mm-hmm.
So that it was pretty decent. Honestly, I think Kiki kind of did what needed to be done.
Uh-huh. I thought Kiki won as well. I was very entertained. Denim didn't fit the energy of the song to me.
No, I think Denim was doing too much.
And I'm like, well, Denim doesn't have a win and Kiki does. Although this is Kiki's second time lip syncing, I could see them be like, okay, we'll keep Kiki. Especially learning later that there's a makeover next week. Oh yeah, they didn't want Kiki to stay because Kiki would have ate them up in that makeover.
Yep.
But the judges decided to keep Denim. It would not have been the choice that I would have made. I would have kept Kiki.
Facts.
Yeah, but I do love Denim, so I'm glad we get to spend some more time with her. But I would have sent her home today.
Facts.
I'd be like, see you later, Denim. Maybe All Stars versus the World, maybe.
Something like that.
Yeah. Which unfortunately means we say goodbye to Kiki Ko.
They've sent all the really good queens home this year.
Yeah.
This season.
So you wear it well, do. Oh wait, I mixed two different songs together.
You really did.
I sang the wrong song, actually. I meant to sing, you wear it well to this champion out. No. Working for me.
You wear it.
You wear it well. Ow. So we find out next week that they'll be doing a makeover on their loved ones. I'm so excited for this. I love it when it's somebody that they know.
Because they take extra care when it's somebody they know.
Yeah, like if it was somebody I knew walking through that door, first of all, who told you I was here? Because I sure didn't tell you. Second of all, give me a hug. I missed you. Because I've always stated, if I were to step into the world of reality, that first time, I wouldn't tell nobody. The only person I would know would be my person of contact.
Me.
Yeah. So, like, even if I do, like, Big Brother, which everybody will know and be there, but nobody's going to know I'm even trying, except for my person who's going to be my point of contact, which will be you. So it's just like, you're not going to
Then
find
watch
out.
them invite me on to go say something and I make good TV. And then they'll be like, you want to stay?
And then my only issue is my job. I don't want to, like, leave my job if I do Big Brother. Because I've decided I am going to audition. So I'm probably going to do that probably tomorrow, maybe Monday.
You could always take a sabbatical or a leave of absence.
That's going to be my thing. But then they're going to ask, well, what do you need a leave of absence for? Oh, you're asking too many questions. You are asking too many questions. You will find out probably relatively soon if I'm at to the point where I'm asking y'all for 100 days off.
Huh.
And I'm like, I might not need the full 100 now. Let's hope I do. Let's hope I do. But I might not need the full 100.
Facts.
But I'm going to go in there and try my best to stay the full 100, okay? Shoot. I just apologize now because when I get on TV, I'm acting a fool. I am.
Just don't talk smack about folks.
Oh, I'm going to talk shit about everybody. I'm going to say something today. I'm like, oh, LaCresha, I just love hanging out with you. You're just one of my highlights here. And then they're going to cut to my confessional. I can't stand that bitch. I'm just doing this so that I can make sure she stands on her line so I don't go nowhere. And then afterwards, I'm going to be like, listen, y'all, I was going in and my goal was to make good TV. So I'm sorry. Because I know I'm going to say something out of line. But yeah, that's all we got for this week. Let's go ahead and wrap things up here. Cresha, where can they find you on social media?
You can find me at Cresha McGill. It's CRESHAMCGILL on all social media.
And you can find me on all social media platforms at Simply Desmond. That's SIMPLYDESMOND. Thank you so much for spending a piece of your day with us. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see y'all later. Bye.